Haskiri, how's your day going today?
I'm good. How are you? Great energy on the phone, may I say.
I assume with energy like that I'm getting you from Los Angeles and not your hometown of New York?
Yes, that's correct.
Got it. Well, it's very interesting that you're promoting a drama at the same time that you're promoting Saved by the Bell and all that. But when did you actually film the two projects with relation to each other?
So I filmed What Lies Below sometime in 2018, and it was actually one of my first major bookings, I would say. It was when I think my career started getting that little snowball rolling. But it wasn't, but then I filmed Saved by the Bell early this year, and it feels almost like ages ago because of this whole pandemic. But the two definitely were super separated. But the characters, there was certain description for the characters that actually played off of each other. And I think that was really cool. They were both bright, energetic, and loving. And, Marley's character screamed "live, laugh, love" from like the top of her head to the bottom of her feet. And I was like, oh, that can be Daisy's character, So it's funny how that plays off.
Right. I can see the similarities. I can see the differences. But something that I don't know because I've never been on the set of a thriller before. Do people joke around? Like, was there a lighthearted mood at any time on the set of this film?
I think there was, but very rarely. I think people were just really trying to, almost like a method acting, people were really trying to get into a space where they felt unsafe and, definitely had to watch their surroundings. So it was a lot of people just being kind of internal. But whenever you ask for advice, or wanted to have a conversation, people were always open to it. But for me personally, I definitely took time to like separate myself and just kind of get into this character and get a sense of what am I walking into? What is my character walking into, and why does she fear something, or why doesn't she fear something? So I think thrillers definitely have a different energy to them, where it's like really dark and down, and it does play off on screen really well. So they definitely had that.
Is the script that you read when you first got the role extremely identical to what we see on screen rather, or was there some improv that happened?
I feel like we definitely, I know I did stick to the script because my character definitely had specific lines that she had to get out to create a turn in the story, to make sure you understand that relationship with Marley and Liberty, Emma's character, Liberty. So I definitely stuck to the script. Now, for everyone else, I read the whole script, and I think like everyone else did stick to the script, but in a way, they improvised in a way of how they acted upon those lines, and certain beats they took, certain beats that I felt like maybe would have been taken but didn't. And they did it so smart, and they executed it so well that it definitely kept you on your feet the whole time.
Right. And are you the kind of person that has like 7 projects under wraps, in production, under development? Like IMDb, it's sometimes hard to tell what's going on because obviously you kept a tight lip about Saved by the Bell happening.
Yeah. As soon as I heard about Saved by the Bell, I wanted to tell everyone. I wanted to make long-distance phone calls to like people in the Dominican Republic. No, I don't think right now I don't have. I just finished doing a movie actually, and I'm very grateful for that. It's very action-packed, but I can't really like talk more on it. Although I wish I could, and it's very hard. So you probably, if you ever see me in the street talking to myself, it's because I need to tell someone, and I need to tell myself that I did this amazing project. But so far my IMDb has been pretty steady. It's like one of my biggest things was Saved by the Bell, and we've been filming that for almost a year. So I didn't really have time to, audition for other stuff because I was focused on one project. And I think that's what I want to do for my career, is make sure that I'm giving my all to a specific character and a specific project so that people could relate to these characters and want to see it. And the outcome is just so amazing. So definitely want to like pace myself, but also don't pass on opportunities.
Sure. And one of the coolest things about you, to me at least, is that you're from Washington Heights. But I can't name other actors or actresses from Washington Heights. Who was the first person from the neighborhood that made it, that you went, I can do that if they did it?
You know what? Not necessarily from Washington Heights, but definitely from the Bronx. Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo.
Oh, yeah.
she was someone I looked up to. I had her clothes. I imitated her a lot, and it feels good to know that she made it out from the Bronx, and you don't really hear those kinds of stories. So I essentially am the first person to come out for Washington Heights, and I hope I'm not the last. I definitely want to make sure that I create opportunities for everyone in the Heights to just get seen and open these amazing doors that aren't necessarily open to them in the first place.
Right. Going through your social media, of course, there's the acting and then there's your dogs. Is there more about you that you wish people knew about you in general?
I don't know. I try to keep my social media as transparent and as authentic as I think I am in person. So I put up even the hard times that I've faced. I'll put up and I'll share with people, because social media is a very tricky place. You go on there and a lot of people only like to show their success,
right,
or their highlights. And I don't think that's realistic in a world that we live in, especially in 2020. That's definitely not like that. So I definitely want to just be transparent, and I want people to be able to relate to me and to know that we came from the same upbringing or the same background. And if I did it, you can do it too. So I think, I don't know if there's anything I want people to know other than maybe I work out. I love to work out. I just started running. I don't know if I put that on my Instagram, but for the action-packed movie, I had to start running because I do a lot of running scenes, and I ran like 3 miles a day, which was tough because I didn't even run a mile before in my life, or a half a mile. So there was a lot of crampings in places I did not know existed in my body, and I was like, someone help me.
Well, 2 quick questions, then you're
just
free.
Being transparent. Mm-hmm.
Well, I appreciate your time because I want to keep you on time and all that. But the 2 quick questions before I let you go. Yeah. Best TV show besides Saved by the Bell that you could recommend at the moment? Do you have one?
Oh, okay. I started watching Westworld. It's really, really good. I love that show because when you think something is going to happen or you feel like you know the storyline, it hit you with like plot twist, not happening. This is actually happening. And I'm like, oh gosh, I don't know how much I can take for this. And also Insecure, I binged it within like maybe 3 days. I don't know how healthy that is, but it's such a good show. And my emotions were just all over the place while watching the show. So definitely Westworld and Insecure.
You've got great taste. In the closer, any last words for the kids?
Make sure to watch Saved by the Bell. It's really funny. It's wacky and it's very nostalgic. And you'll have a lot of fun relating to these characters. And I love you. I don't know.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and just keep up the great work. Seems like the possibilities are endless for you at this point.
Thank you so much, Darren. Nice talking to you.
Likewise. Take care.
Paltrocast.